common trait that people share is resilience. We're a people that has survived the impossible. We're a living statistical anomaly where statistically we shouldn't be here and shouldn't be alive, yet somehow we've all survived, and we carry that in our DNA and we carry that in our daily lives as a collective people who know how to deal with trauma, know how to deal with loss, and we always overcome and we always emerge stronger than we were before. So resilience is really much what sums up our people. Hi, my name is Yehuda Halevi. I'm a senior at CU Boulder studying psychology and leadership studies, and I am a modern Orthodox Jew. Throughout my time at CU Boulder, I've connected more to my Jewish identity through a lot of the Jewish organizations that we have here, like Chabad. And since then, I've taken on more practices like keeping Shabbat, keeping kosher, studying more, wrapping tefillin, and so that kind of encompasses what I see as my Jewish practice.
My name is Michelle Imke. I am originally from Mexico City, but I have been living in Colorado for the past 6.5 years. When I started college, I made an effort to join Hillel and join Chabad and join SSI and be a part of it and be involved with it, and it's the best decision I could have made.
I mean, no matter where you go in the world, you can find a Jewish community that will happily take you in for a Shabbat dinner, for a holiday, a place to sleep if you need. And I think that there's a strong identification with the unified Jewish people that people really value, and no matter where you go, you can always find that sort of connection. We have something very special here, a unique community, something that I've had the privilege of helping build, but something that has truly already been here to receive me when I needed it. And I know so many students that have the same experience of finding a home that they maybe didn't know they needed, and that home has been the Jewish community at CU. So there's an idea in Judaism, a Kabbalistic idea, that everyone has a soul, right? Every Jew has a soul, but there is an idea of a collective Jewish soul, and it's something that is inseparable from us. It's something that we're part of, even though on our day-to-day life we live through our own bodies, through our own experience on a deeper spiritual level. We're all connected in some way, and what we see happening is there's parts of the Jewish soul that have been wounded, that have been taken from this world, and on some level we feel it. We feel like something's been ripped away from us, and we can't explain it. It's like, why do I feel so much grief? I'm not connected to my Jewish community. I don't really care about any of this, but I feel like I've lost something deep, and that deeper loss can be explained maybe by this idea that we're all connected on a deeper level, and when something so tragic but so grand happens, we feel it whether we want to or not.
While many of the protesters' messages are specifically pro-Palestinian and not anti-Semitic, other imagery popping up does seem to fall in line with getting rid of the Jewish people. Posters showing the Jewish star in trash cans with phrases, "Keep the world clean."
For me, Israel represents a complex relationship. We have the Jewish people and we have Israel, and we live in a world where people tell us, well, you can be Jewish, but you can't be a Zionist. And to me, that's interchangeable, because that's the land that my ancestors have craved for and haven't been able to live in up until 1948. It's the land where actually Rabbi Yehuda Halevi writes, "Libi b'mizrach," my heart is in the East. And it's something that I and our people constantly yearn for, but it's also painful. It's brought about loss and sacrifice, and we have to remember that. And it's a complex connection that we have.
People can criticize the Israeli government, People can criticize Hamas. People can criticize specific things without generalizing, first of all. Generalizing makes it anti-Semitic, because then you're saying all Israelis and all Jews this, and all Israelis and all Jews that, and all Zionists this, and all Zionists that, which ends up coming off as anti-Semitic.
I mean, political disagreement is normal, and it's encouraged because it encourages conversation. When you approach a fundamental difference in truth about a people's right to exist in their homeland, right? That is a far different conversation. That feels threatening. How can we make it better, right? How can we improve Israel as a state? How can we make Israel a safe place for all peoples?
It's a catchy rhyme. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Heard at anti-Israel marches from the gates of the White House to the hallways of a San Francisco high school. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Critics like lawyer Alan Dershowitz say it's extremely anti-Semitic and highly problematic.
They're not in favor of a two-state solution. They're not in favor of resolving this issue. It's about destroying the state of Israel forever and eliminating every Jew from the Middle East.
That is not political disagreement. That is, that's hate, and that's what brings about fear. I think we've been fortunate enough at CU Boulder specifically to experience a very mild version of what's happening on maybe the Ivy League campuses on the West Coast and East Coast mostly. On a personal level, recently I had a Jewish star spray painted outside of my house with the word Jew under it during Sukkot, when I had been walking back and forth from synagogue with my lulav and etrog. And at first it did scare me, but then I realized, what a beautiful opportunity. People know that a Jewish person lives here, and I've been walking around with my expressions of my holiday, and that's a very beautiful thing.
Since October 7th, I've realized how important it is and how vital it is to be a proud Jew, and to be proud in your Jewish identity, and to be open about it, and to be loud, and to be there. Just the fact that you're wearing your Star of David, and just the fact that we're tabling with our Israel flag at the UMC could make their day. And it could make them smile, and it could make them feel safe and warm their heart.
I personally have seen, like I said, an awakening of the Jewish soul, so to say, among students here around this campus.
I think that the majority of Jews in the US have become more Jewish since October 7th happened.
I remember I was at a house party that I kind of stumbled into, a friend of a friend, last year, right after October 7th. And someone saw me wearing my kippah and came up to me and said, "Hey, I don't have any Jewish friends. I don't know any Jewish people. I grew up, I got bar mitzvah, I went to Hebrew school, but that's about it. I have nothing now. And I don't know what to do because I see what's happening, and some part of me can't rest. Some part of me wants to do something. What can I do?" And that's the response, that's the awakening, the spark in many of the Jewish students that has caused an eruption of joy for Judaism, a desire for action, and that's been the most beautiful part about it.
We don't hide, we're not gonna change, we are here and we're gonna stay here.
What?